All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rechachodash. Double honors to our elders and the apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutations to the men out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This your brother Nathaniel from GMS Kevin Leonard. Come back to the spirit with another lesson, and I'm praying and hope that it's edifying. And this is just a quick response video to this brother. The name of his page is Bakwar Amath, and the title of this video is "Get Ready to Lose Everything." And this brother really goes in. It's a very heavy video. Definitely recommend going to go watch it. But I'm gonna play some parts of this video because I want you to understand that the things that this brother was talking about, we already have examples of this in the scriptures. Okay. Because all hell is about to break loose, and you may lose everything, man. You may lose your woman, you may lose your children, you may lose your home, your well-being. Everything may be gone. But what type of faith are you going to have in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai when all of these things happen? It's not about if, it's about when. And me being a family man, I have 3 children. I have a newborn. I have a 2-year-old, or about to be 2-year-old, and I have a 3-year-old. And I have a wife, and then I have 2 older stepdaughters, and it's a trying thought to think that something could happen to them, especially if you love them. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes first, and all of these things, as I heard in a video earlier, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai can give you 100-fold of what you lost, but this world can give you nothing. This world cannot give you Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? So you to lose everything in this world is to gain untold wealth in the kingdom of heaven. All right? But you got to ask yourself a question. Are you ready to lose everything? Are you still going to be able to maintain your faith? So I'm going to play some of this video. I'm going to play maybe like 5 minutes of this video, and then we're going to grab some scriptures.
You got to worry about. The list of things that you got to lose. Going without sleep, going without food, being cold, being thirsty, being tired, being injured. Life is about to get hard, man. It's about to get very difficult. All right. Now this is the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "But what things were gain to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yea, doubtless I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushai, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushai." So whatever you have to lose to win Yahushai, you lose it, man. Because I said this before, the Lord can give you everything you lose here, but nothing you lose here can give you the Lord. Okay?
So see that? So that's what I was saying earlier. What you get here, what you lose here, the Lord can give you all that back and then some. But this place cannot give you the Lord. You see? So you have to really try to understand where your mind should be in the days to come, and you got to meditate on that. Because this ain't gonna be no easy thing. Now, I'm gonna grab a quick scripture because we have examples of that in the scriptures, right? So I'm gonna go to the book of Job, and we gotta count everything as dung, man. We gotta count everything in this world as dung. It's something that we can just let go. All right? Because we can't allow anything to hold us from the love of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's like you. This is the book of Job, started verse 13, 1 and 13. It says, And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabeans fell upon them and took away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only escaped to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, so this is a servant of Job. While the servant is still talking, another came up to him and said, there came also another and said, the Chaldees made out 3 bands and fell upon camels, and they have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only escape alone to tell thee. Right, so that's 2. While he was yet speaking, there was also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking in their eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they were dead. And I only am escaped to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worshipped. And this is what Job said. So this is the mindset you got to have in the times to come. He said, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Man, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh. You see? Because you have to understand that the Lord does good and he does evil. Period. And you may receive good from the Lord, and you may receive evil from the Lord. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God Yahweh foolishly. You see that? So out of all this, Job still didn't say, oh, Lord, you did this and this to me. It is what it is. I'm going to bring out another one. This is also Job 2:10, because he's started at verse 9, and it says, then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. That's what he said to his wife, because women don't understand what integrity is. They don't understand dealing with hardships, because women are creatures that are nesters. They deal with security. You see, they don't understand the hardships of having to go through something and being grieved and going through terrible things to obtain a goal. Because that's a manly thing. So this is what his woman said. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we receive not evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips? You see, so Job is like, listen, hey, the Lord gave me all that stuff. He took it all away. Should I not receive good from the Lord and not receive evil? This is the balance of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Now, going back to this video, and play a little bit more. Going back to this video, we're going through some trying times, but you have to keep your focus on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We understand that a lot of things are going to be taken away. We're going to enter into some turbulent waters, okay? And I'm going to get an account in Matthew, the 14th chapter with Peter, okay? Because this is very important. And I'm going to go through it in a second. I'm going to play a little bit more of this video, but then we're going to go through it.
So really think about that. Okay, really think about that. And on top of that, what's the excuse? You've been warned. You knew ahead of time. Okay? And for those that teach, for us, we've been speaking about it ahead of time. Okay?
You see, as the brother said, you've been warned. We've been speaking about this for quite some time, man. We've been talking about this ahead of time, right? We've been letting y'all know what the deal is. So you have no excuse. But I'm going to continue on with the lesson. I'm going to start up a little bit. This is Matthew 14:25. And it says, and in the fourth watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come on to the water. So Peter was focused at that particular moment on Yahushua. He was focused on Yahushua. Okay? So the Lord said to him, and he said, come. And Peter was come down out of the ship. He walked on water. He walked on the water to go to Yahushua. So because his faith was focused on Yahushua, he was able to do an impossible thing. You see that? But when he saw the boisterous winds, he was afraid and began to sink and cried to the Lord, save me. You see, because the times that we're coming in are going to be boisterous. It's going to be very turbulent. It's going to be terrible. But we have to keep our faith on Yahushua. And even if we lose everything we have, we got to remember Job, man. And we got to remember what our true focus is. Our focus is Yahushua, man, in these times to come. You know, hey, that should be our focus anyway. And when these times to come, this is the proving of our focus. Okay, this is when the Lord is going to prove us to make sure we about what we say we about. All right. And what did Yahushua say to him? He said, this is Matthew 14:31. He said, immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? You see that? So when we going into these turbulent times, man, I know brothers see 144 all the time, man. You see 144 on your phone when you wake up in the morning. You see 144 in the most ominous places, the most unexpected places. You see 144. You have to remember that that's the Lord saying that he's with you. So in that day, when all hell breaks loose, you got to still remember that the Lord is with you. You can't forget that. You can't forget just because you may lose one or two things or three or four things or even everything you have here and there, that the Lord ain't with you. The Lord is shaking off this world that we live in. He don't want us to come into the kingdom, into the world to come with the cares of this world, man. So that shit got to be shaken off. All right? And for men to have women and for men to have children, you may lose your children, you may lose your woman, man. That is what it is. You know, I myself am preparing my spirit for this because these things may happen. Lord willing, they don't, but they may. But ultimately, where do you got to keep your focus at? You got to keep your focus on Yahushua. You can't allow the turbulence of what's about to happen in this world to deter you from your faith. Okay? And that's why the Lord said to him, to Peter, O thou of little faith, wherefore is it thou doubt? Just because you got fire burning on one side and a terrible water on the other side does not mean the Lord ain't with you. This is the nature of the battle that we're fighting. Okay? This is the nature of the battle that we're fighting. In any type of war, there's going to be casualties. Are you prepared for the casualties? Are you prepared for the trial? Okay? Because the Lord is going to try us. We've been out there in the highways and the byways for all this time, man. Don't you think it's time to put everything to the test? Don't you think that we have to put the Lord has to put this to the test? It's easy going out to the highways and the byways week in and week out. That's easy. You know? But then when all hell breaks loose, all that stuff you've been preaching, are you going to practice it? Are you going to keep that faith? Or are you going to sink below the water? You see? So I'm going to go to Ecclesiasticus 2 and 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire of... As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up verse 4. Yeah, verse 4. It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state." All right, because it's gonna be a lot of, you're not gonna have, like the brother said, you're gonna be cold. You're not gonna be able to rest. You're not gonna have no hot water. You're not gonna be able to sleep in your warm bed. You're not gonna have no electricity. All that shit is about to change, man. It's about to change. You're about to be in a position of war. Okay, so when you change to a lower state, take it cheerfully when you lose everything you got, man, and believe the Lord is with you. It says, verse 5, it says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." Now, adversity proves what type of man you really are. Are you going to maintain that integrity as Job did? That's why I brought that out. Because when you start going through adversity as Job did, will you maintain your integrity? Will you maintain it? Or will you become one of those men that just throw off everything you've been working for all this time? Okay? So if you look at gold, right? What happens with gold? Gold goes through hell before it becomes pure gold. You know, you got to mine it. You got to strip out all the bullshit from it. And those are the cares of this world, right? Then after you strip out all the bullshit from it, the cares of this world, now you gotta purify it. You know, you gotta put it in some hot ass fire and burn out all of the impurities so that you can get that pure 99.99% gold. Right? Well, that shit is hot. But look at the end result. You get that pure bar of gold. And what do they do with that gold? They polish it, sit it up on a pedestal, admire it, you know. Why? Because now it became something of great value. And that's the same thing that the Lord is going to do to us in these days if we maintain our integrity. If we understand that we're going to lose everything. All right? This is verse 6, and this is the point. It says, believe in him. Believe in him. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Remember when I just read how Peter had his focus on Yahushai, and the moment that Peter started to care about the things that was happening around him and got afraid, he started to sink. Because he lost his faith. He didn't believe even though his feet were solid on the water. He still allowed his circumstances to ruin or to penetrate his integrity, and he sank. Okay? So this is verse 6 again. It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. You gotta trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, especially now. If any time you were doubting, this is not the time to doubt, because this is it. We are at the end of this thing. This is it. There's no more waiting. There's no more questions. We are at the end. All right? This is verse 7. And it says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. You see that? What happened to Peter? He fell. He fell into the water. So you got to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and believe that he's going to take care of you, man, even in these days that are coming upon us. Verse 8, it says, ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. You see? So even though all this hell is breaking loose, especially if you've been knowing all this, you've been in this thing, you know all this stuff is going to happen. When it happens, you should be like, all right, hey, this is what I've been waiting for. Okay? This is what I've been waiting for. So I'm going to get Zechariah 13:9. I will close out on this one right here. And it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined and try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. You see that? So we have to go through because we have to be refined. We have all of the stuff that Esau had put on us has to be shaken off, man. We can't take that shit with us, bro. You know? So when you get to the point where you're taken to a lower state and you lose everything you have, look to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and keep your faith, lest ye sink and fall. All right? So with that, I pray this was an edifying video. I'm going to end it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Double honor to our elders and the apostle, great millstone. To the next time, I Shalom.